10 years from now, one of our taglines is we're changing the way people work. And that you can see how that easily applies to the product that we've built and changing the way that the food and beverage industry works, the way business partners engage with us. But we're also really apply that to our internal way of operating as well, right? As far as the culture, our philosophies around hiring and firing, around rules. I hope 10 years from now that people look at this model of running a company and see that as a successful way to run a company, because it's very different than what a lot of other companies are doing. And my goal is that we create better places for a lot of other people to work as well. We change the way that I don't want to call us corporate because we're a growth stage company, but I think there's ways to make this type of culture work and scale. I scaled it to over 500 people at my last company with my team. And I hope that's ultimately what we are known for, is that we created a great place to work. We generated amazing talent that joined our company and came out of our company. The companies that will be started by the ex-Quick employees, I hope that becomes our legacy, that they learned something at their time at Quick and we help them to go on and start their own companies. Ultimately, outside of kind of where we're headed right now with these top 30 markets, kind of our next horizon, as I talked a little bit, is continuing those integrations with other technology companies, continuing to go down market. So first, kind of go throughout the US and start hitting those secondary and tertiary markets. The top 30 cities are great, but maybe we need a slightly different playbook to go back into like the Tulsa, Oklahomas of the world where I grew up. And then start going in and starting to add in new verticals. So while I don't want to create Quick for construction, I think once you've created a marketplace, utilizing one side of that marketplace to add on a different side is an interesting way to grow a marketplace versus saying we're going to go find out a new supply and demand for construction. The technology could work for anything that you want to apply it to. But how can we take our existing professionals, all of our food and beverage professionals, and apply them to a different type of business category to solve something else? There's a lot of places that serve food and make food outside of hotels, restaurants, catering companies, event venues. We're experimenting with some now. We actually staff a lot of ASU food and beverage. So universities could be a big target for us. Dallas, our biggest client, is K through 12. So interesting to go into K through 12. Hospitals, senior living facilities, looking at food manufacturing. There's so many different meal prep or already made meals that you now have delivered to you. Continue to expand that. So continuing to open up the size of the opportunity as far as verticals we go after, increasing the technology, making the integration to where it's part of your everyday life cycle and people use us more reliably, and ultimately shifting that more to that new SaaS, that staffing as a service, and less of a temporary staffing solution. That's kind of what our ultimate vision is. And 10 years from now, I think we should be the largest provider of food and beverage staff in the US, and then start looking outside of that and see where we're going to go outside international or other areas. Thank you guys so much. This is a lot of fun.